If they made David Fincher's Seven into a TV series, I think it would look something like this.
Do you wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
Well, you don't pick your parents and you don't pick your partner. A smart guy who's steady is hard to find.
Whispering, 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 whispering as I pass myself down on my knees.
You know, I was steady.
Who will care for the falling?
Rust, you're smart.
This is a world where nothing is solved. There are broader ideas at work.
You ever see something like this?
No, sir.
True Detective Season 1 came out in 2014, and I've been wanting to watch it for a very long time now. And in the last few days, I've been binge watching it, and the first thing I noticed about this series is that it has a very cinematic feeling. It feels like an 8-hour movie, to be honest, and I feel like this is due to the way that the episodes were structured and the way they were directed and written. In fact, this was actually shot on film, and the fact that it was shot on film gives this series a much more dark and gritty and realistic tone than if it were to be shot on digital cameras.
I worked with Russ Cole for 7 years.
What do you know about him, Marty?
Good detective.
Doesn't care about making friends. People change. You're obsessive.
You're obsessive, just not about the job.
Relationships change.
You need to tell me what's going on.
How many times have we had this conversation, detectives? Nothing ever changes.
The two main leads are played by Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. They play two detectives who are completely different. Matthew McConaughey is this very tortured, depressed detective who has a really dark past. He considers himself to be a pessimist, and he just doesn't really get along with anyone. Basically, he's an asshole. The pair this with Woody Harrelson's character, who's like the normal one, who's meant to be relatable. He's a family man, and he's relatively likable. And you might think this is one of those cliched buddy cop things where they don't like each other at the beginning, and then throughout the story they become friends, and at the end they're like really good mates. This is not that. These two actually hate each other, and I mean they really, really hate each other. They have completely different ideas about how the world works and how people are, and seeing them talk about it makes for some of the most interesting and compelling conversations in any show I've ever seen. One of the reasons that I love this show is that it manages to balance the time we spend with the characters while on the case and off the case. This, it gives us time to see the two leads as people. We see their personal lives and their problems outside of the case, so that when the detective stuff actually comes and it's time for them to solve the case, we really root for these guys. There's also a long take. Okay, there's a scene in episode 4 at the end, which I won't spoil for you, but the scene does not cut for 6 minutes. The camera is constantly following the action, and it's one of the best examples of filming and cinematography I've ever seen on TV. It's up there with, the ending of Breaking Bad, up there with Battle of the Bastards. It's one of the best uses of cinematography I've ever seen in any show. Finally, many people have been saying that the ending was a bit of an anticlimax and it didn't really work, but I could not disagree more. I think that there is no better way to end this season, and to be honest, there's nothing about this series that I would want to change, which is why it gets an A+. Guys, True Detective is one of my favourite shows. Please give it a watch. I'm so happy that I watched it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.